No gimmicks, I'm in it to win it. Let's get it, don't fidget like ball on the scrimmage. I pin it, no pinch it like earning a pension. Now fixing to mention the captain has risen, don't give him attention. I put crap in attention, my rap's on ascension. This God is uplifting, too heavy to lift it. I flip it and mix it and spit it till no one forgets it. They just looking for me, I'll be back in a minute.
Alright, we're gonna smash it out. 3, 2, ah. What is good, Gin and Tonic family? Casual Cheetah here. We're back with another reaction, and we are back with a special one because I got a treat for you guys. We got my boy Exile the Wanderer in the building with us, man. Say what's up.
What up, everybody?
Oh, yes. And we got a new song from this man, Intro, Ye With Ears to Hear, produced by H3 Music, man. So, give me a little foreground on this song and what you're thinking about when you're making it.
Yeah, so as you know, like I just kind of went ghost for like a month. And I just really started thinking about, you know, what I'm supposed to be doing in my music. Like I've always felt like I've got a mission and like there's a purpose and a reason for me to be doing it. And just like I was really struggling trying to figure out what that is. And then there at the end of that month, I just really felt like God made everything a lot more clear. And like right now, I still am having trouble coming up with the words for the next part.
Right.
But I feel like when it's time, I'll have the words. But this is kind of like the first step into it. Just like, hey, I'm back. This is the direction we're going. And that's what it is.
I like it, and I see off the title, it's almost like, hey, this is for the people who want to listen. If not, it ain't for you.
Yep.
You know? That's
exactly.
what I get with off the title here. So, and
yep.
there's something about, you know, life being unknown and the future being unknown, and it's hard. So I understand that completely. Yeah. You're always going to question things. You're always going to question what you're doing and what you're supposed to be doing with it.
Right.
But, you know, that's the journey of life. So you're going to find that along the trail.
Facts.
So this is the intro. Ye with ears to hear. Exile's with me. We're going to rock out together. We're going to break it down, have some fun. Smash that like button, subscribe, comment, hit that bell. If y'all ready, I'm ready. Let's get her done. Let's go.
Let me tell the story going way back. I've been talking to the Lord, he told me stay back. Take a minute at the board to get the straight facts. Tell them I was coming up, but know they're gonna hate that. So I said okay, let me just go say a little bit of why I've been MIA. I've been dealing with a lot and I let my pain get a little bit ahead of me and test my faith.
Woo! Alright, so basically, like you said in the beginning right there, right? You're gonna take it back. You're sitting there, you're setting your mind away for a minute. You're trying to figure out what you're meant to do this for. So take a minute at the board to get the straight facts. Tell them about what's coming up. You're over here trying to find that journey of what's next. Yeah, man. But you know they're going to hate that. They always going to hate what you do is great. You know what I mean? That's the best way I can put that. So I say, okay, let me just go say a little bit of why I've been MIA. I've been dealing with a lot, and I let my pain get a little bit ahead of me and test my faith. And I feel like we're about to drop right there. Man, and what's cool about that, right, is it seems to be a problem when emotion starts to tie in with your actions. It seems to hold a heavy weight on what you do. So I can 100% agree with that, man. Woo. All right, let's roll, man. This is deep.
I tell them I was coming up, but know they're gonna hate that. So I said, okay, let me just go say a little bit of why I've been MIA. I've been dealing with a lot and I let my pain get a little bit ahead of me and test my faith. I lost sight of my purpose. I lost sight of the mission. I won't lie, I've been nervous that I'm spiritually losing my vision. But he's pulling me back to the path I've been on, and I'm feeling the passion. In fact, it's been strong, so I'm finna get active, attack my sins home, and then kick in the casket and back and get gone. See,
I know you were digging that flow right there too, weren't you?
Yeah.
Not only were you hitting like words, man, that was like smooth. You got the multiple syllables, but they're just running the you know what I mean?
Right. That flow was so much fun. I don't even know where it came from.
Yeah, dude, it seems to be that way. And then the one before, I mean, the one before kind of sets it up. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like statements. It's like da 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 da, and then you wave it out on the next four, which is really cool.
Yep.
But I mean, like, tell me what you're feeling right here, man. Like, what are you going through as you're writing this? Yeah.
That I just kind of felt like before I stepped away, I felt like I was losing sight of like the mission and the purpose that God had given me in my music, and I was just like I got real focused on like just growing and connecting with the audience, and like it's all good things, not to say that I was like doing anything bad. I just kind of stopped focusing on the main reason why I did music. And
you feel like there's something more than just doing that. You feel like you have a bigger
right.
purpose than just
Yeah.
trying to grow and trying to be out there. I get that.
Right. Yeah. It's like I feel like I got a message to tell, and I feel like I just kind of I was kind of skirting around the point a bit.
Man, I hear you, dude. And sometimes you gotta lock yourself down and say, hey, what are you doing? Get your shit straight. So
Yep, exactly.
And one of these types of songs like this, when you listen to it, it will kind of put you back in that mindset, you know, like, hey, snap out of it, bro.
That I'm spiritually losing my vision, but he's pulling me back to the path I've been on, and I'm feeling the passion. In fact, it's been strong, so I'm finna get active, attack my sins home, and then kick in the casket and back and get gone. See, I've known it for a minute since I was a little kid, and it wasn't something I knew, but people kept predicting. And as I kept getting older and watched the world always shifting, I started to realize and I started to quit resisting. When I was still a baby, my mom and dad educated me, preacher told them to wait and see what the plan was God had made for me. As a kid, I would playfully act out battles where angels be grew up, and I would pray to see my purpose with my clarity. Somehow, even then, I knew that I was gonna be involved until the end time. I ain't trying to say that I'm doing just fine. I'm just saying I've been called to show the truth.
That transition right there was like just beauty to the ears, bro. Because like your flow starts going, and the flow before it is killer. But you know, if you go too long with anything, like someone's gonna lose focus, and then like that switch up right there just makes you go, huh? And then you catch right back onto it, dude. But I mean,
thank you, bro.
Let's go back into this and let's kind of get a little deeper. So I've known for a minute since I was a little kid, and it wasn't something I knew, but people kept predicting, and as I kept getting older and watched the world ways shifting, I started to realize, and I started to quit resisting. So
yeah.
What exactly are you resisting?
So that this is gonna get kind of like going all the way back to like when I was a kid. I was actually even just talking to my mom about this the other day, because my neighbor actually just told me, like, she thinks that God is really going to use me in like the upcoming times. And so I was telling my mom, I was like, thought it was kind of weird that my neighbor out of the blue told me that. And my mom was like, no, I'm not surprised. Like, you don't have any recollection really of like your whole childhood growing up. Like, people all the time would come up and I guess tell my parents like God's really got a big plan for him, gonna use him in like the end times, and like that's always kind of been a theme throughout my life. And I just kind of feel like looking at the state of the world, that's kind of where we're at. And it's like it's that kind of idea of like, I don't know, I just feel like I've made so many mistakes, and I'm such a flawed person that I'm like, really, me, like I just don't feel worthy of being a person that God chooses to use in any big way. So it's like, I guess that's kind of where the resisting came from.
I mean, every person that he usually chooses isn't what everybody would expect. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. So. It's like, and I can see that reading the stories, but like when it comes to me, I'm like, yeah, but
it's
like,
me.
look at the things, right?
Yeah, I get that, man. But yeah, man, it's deep, and I get it, man. Like sometimes you want to fight what other people envision for you until you kind of feel like, you know what, maybe that is what I'm supposed to do. Maybe they're telling me that for a reason.
Right.
All right, man. Let's keep rolling.
Let Maybe my mama, dad educated me. Preacher told them to wait and see what the plan was. God had made for me. As a kid, I would playfully act out battles where angels be grew up, and I would pray to see my purpose with my clarity. Somehow, even then, I knew that I was gonna be involved when soon the end time. I ain't trying to say that I'm doing just fine. I'm just saying I've been called to show the true sign. And I know it'll be uncomfortable, oh, but it'll be wonderful if you listen and get it. The message so that it's functional. Renegade with my cover blown straight away with the undertow. If you with it, let's get it. It's gonna require gumption. Know what I'ma go do next. I'm just waiting for the old me to go cruise west. Take the next ship out, get the whole crew vexed. That's what all my old demons all do best. And they all know X, but they all know set. Appointed defender where people call two-step. And the whole true blessed by the Lord who's kept. The spirit fighting demons, I'm appalled. Who's left? I got pride, I got rage, I got...
Hold up. We're not even gonna drop in there yet, bro. Stop it. All right, man. That was dope, right? Because in a way, you were actually like telling what you just told me was like what you just basically spit like right afterwards too. You know, like something.
Yeah.
Even though I knew that I was gonna be involved with soon the end times, I ain't trying to say that I'm doing just fine. I'm just trying to say that I've been called to show the true signs. Like, I wouldn't have 100% understood that if you wouldn't have just broke it down for me right before I heard that, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
deep no matter what, but like to actually be able to read in between the lines, you know? Did you
Yep.
have the ears to hear it before? And that's the whole point.
Exactly. Right.
Man, that's fucking cool, dude.
Thank you.
And then Renegade with my cover blown straight away with the undertow. If you with it, then let's get it. It's gonna require gumption, though. Is that right?
Yep.
Sorry, that text is a little weird on that one word there.
Yep.
But yeah, it's just like saying, you know, like my cover's blown because this whole time, you know, no one would have known like this is what I was gonna be, and now I just come out, bam, here's my message. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
yeah, dude. And you trying to get the whole crew vexed, bro? What you talking about, man? What you
No,
trying to get vexed? No.
that part, it was just real kind of symbolic of me, like being like, okay, look, these demons and this past and like all this shit that I struggle with, like it's time for me to let go and like send it out west. 'Cause like I live on the West Coast, so it's kind of symbolic for me of just like get out on the ocean. And it's like the whole
Yeah,
get on
everybody
get on the
out
next
there.
ship out. Yep. And like there'll be people on there, and like I guess it's kind of a subtle reference of like acknowledging like if I let go of this, like there's still going to be other people dealing with it, and like my past and my actions still affect people, so it's like kind of get the whole crew vexed. So it's like my past and my actions are still kind of out there doing damage.
Right, even though you sent them out there on a ship, they somehow found themselves their way somewhere else.
Exactly.
Man, I like it. Let's roll.
Just waiting for the old me to go cruise west. Take the next ship out, get the whole crew vexed. That's what all my old demons all do best. And they all know X, but they all know Seth. Appointed defender where people call two-step. And the whole true blessed by the Lord who's kept. The spirit fighting demons, I'm appalled. Who's left? I got pride, I got rage, I got hate and deceit. And the lie I became, they keep taking my peace. So I fight to the grave, either they go with me. Then I rise and I say what I waited to speak. I'm out.
Gotta hit a laugh at the end, bro. I feel you on that, man. I got pride, I got rage, I got hate and deceit, and the lie I became that keep taking my peace. So I fight to the grave, either they go or me. Then I raise and I say what I've waited to speak. I'm out. Man, I'm so glad, like, when I do these and I read, like, I don't fudge up so bad. Like, I don't know how I do that in these, I swear. But that's like, you're basically saying, look, I'm a human being. Like, what I have is what I've been put on this earth with, and that's what I'm using to fight and to, you know, experience this journey with, and I'm going to use it to my advantage for what I've been given.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And, that's just deep, and it shows character in writing, and it shows, you know, you're not there just to make some type of jumpy noise. You're not there just to have someone like you because you're likable, you know, like you because you're of the picture you've painted on the video with the song.
Right.
It's all about what you're portraying in the words that you're speaking and the way that you speak them, and more people should be in value to that than what they are seeing in front of them.
Yeah, I feel like these days it's like there's so much out there that really doesn't have any sort of message, and so people are kind of used to just vibing with the beat, vibing with the flow, and not really taking a minute to read what's going on.
Yeah, dude, I feel you on that. And it seems to be that just seems to be just an issue with just consumption of information, right? Because now
Yeah.
it's at a point where they've made it to where you can't tell what is what, and that's their whole purpose, right? And
Right.
if you don't know, then they can tell you so that you feel like where it came from is more secure than everything else,
Yep.
or that maybe they want to spread something that may not be that true. They can make sure that that does hit more faces than it would have if not in a more internet based world. So
Right.
it's you know, your subconscious feeds on information over time and it builds off of it, especially if it's repeated over and over and over again to you.
Yep.
And people know that. So it's just one of those things that what do you want to listen to? Do you want to listen to something that's going to be a burden to your brain, or you want to listen to something that's trying to grow it and prosper?
Facts.
Whew, man. So
Yeah.
we're going to let this bad boy ride out right here. Man, I appreciate you coming with me. This was definitely fun. Tell me, what do you got coming up next, bro? What do you got up for the future?
Yeah. So I'm planning on doing Ye with Ears to Hear series.
Okay.
And like I said, I'm kind of struggling with the words right now for the next track. But I know the direction that I'm going to take. Let's see. I'll say this much. I really feel like right now what I'm supposed to be doing is reading through the book of Ezekiel in the Bible. And then
Okay.
once I finish it, just kind of basically do like a song for each chapter and then drop like a chapter a week.
Okay. Yeah, dude. And that's cool. So you're going to do a chapter 1, chapter
Yeah.
2. See, I
Yeah,
like doing
and
it
there's-
that way. For sure.
It's gonna be tough though. Like it's
Hey, I'm expecting every song to be at least 4 minutes. I'm just going to let you know that, okay?
oh dang. It may have to be.
You're making them chapters. I'm going to make sure that your songs are... No. But, man, this is Exile the Wonder. If you guys enjoyed this, if you guys enjoyed the interview, the song, make sure you go over to his channel, show him some love. He deserves way more subscribers, way more views, and this is an extra outlet for us to try to get that to happen. So if you're rocking with me, you're rocking with any reactions I'm doing, please go show love to some of the artists over here in the Ignite Music Group. He is a part of the Ignite Music Group with us. Exile the Wonder, man. I appreciate you stopping by, and I appreciate you making the
course.
music that you do. It's always great to have someone that has a purpose and they put it out there on paper and let people hear it. So
Absolutely, man. I appreciate you having me on here.
hell yeah, man. So until next time, man, I'm G&T Reactions, Casual Cheater. Go check out the playlist that we have. Go check out my music on my other channel. Go check out all these other dope artists on Ignite Music. But until next time, man, we'll catch you guys there. Peace.
One time for the ones who never left. 2 times for the ones who lost hope. 3 times for the life and the stress. 4 times for us letting down the slippery slope. 5 times on the gas till we wreck. 6 times I'm aiming down the scope. Right at the industry sights of this misery. Break the chains, no more, we tied to the chivalry. You're either gonna love me or you're gonna have to hate me. No matter what though, in my eyes I've been killing it lately. No